Tranmere midfielder Jay Harris warns Tottenham ahead of FA Cup third-round clash when Artisan and Aristocrat stand toe-to-toe at Printon Park on Friday night. There will be little room for football's niceties. "We might have to get nasty," confesses Tranmere midfielder Jay Harris. "Tottenham have got some world-class players, but we can't give them too much respect. We want it to be hostile, and if we have to get horrible, so be it. We want to win." Tranmere are familiar protagonists to giant-killing tales. When they famously beat Southampton 4-3 in an epic fifth-round replay in 2001, the South Coast club had become their 7th Premier League Cup scalp in 18 months. But it has been a while. "We still had to play Southport in the replay when the draw for Tottenham was made," says Harris. "But you could sense the supporters already thought the job was done, as if we were destined to have another one of these famous nights. It's a sellout, it's a Friday night under the floodlights, and, if we can make Tottenham uncomfortable, we know the crowd will play their part." Harris has a familiar Merseyside pedigree, a graduate of Everton's academy. He grew up a Liverpool fan and has even started a sports therapy business, JTB Health and Performance, with former Liverpool and Tranmere striker, super sub David Fairclough. There's a hint of mischief when the affable 31-year-old talks. His height is a moot point. He stands at 5 feet 7 inches, though insists he's really 6 feet 1 inches, "It depends on my haircut." He's a combative character, perhaps prone to the odd rash challenge, but he can play and will be key to manager Mickey Mellon's game plan. "If we try to go toe-to-toe with Tottenham, they'll destroy us," says Harris bluntly. "They are elite players. I mean, look at who I could be up against: Christian Eriksen, what a player, Bill, Ali, Harry, Winks. I'd end up hacking a few out of frustration if we didn't have some sort of plan. We've got to be organized, very disciplined, hard to break down and not make any mistakes. The concentration level will make our heads hurt, but we've got to stick together." Now 31, Harris has found himself at Tranmere after a tour taking in Accrington Stanley, Chester and Wrexham, where he tasted glory in a FA Trophy final at Wembley. "It's hard to explain that feeling," Harris says wistfully. "I was on such a high, I stood there taking it all in, thinking of all who had played there before. It was the culmination of everything I had worked for after being released by Everton. Then 5 weeks later we got there again but lost in the playoff final. It was sickening. It's not an experience I want to go through again. It's everyone's dream to play at Wembley, but, trust me, it's much nicer when you win." He was fortunate to taste that winning Wembley feeling again when Tranmere won promotion back to the Football League last summer, beating Bournemouth 2-1 despite being reduced to 10 men after just 48 seconds. "We've got great characters in this side. We're a group of players who are grateful for second chances, and when you have been released by clubs you don't take this career for granted. There's some real jokers, the skipper, Steve Sumo McNulty, Scott Davis, the keeper. He's like the Jason Statham monk character from the Mean Machine film, and then there's Richie Sutton, who's a funny guy, never short of a joke. There's no egos, not one bad egg among them really. A squad like this is hard to find. It's worth 30 points a season. We've been joking in the dressing room, saying it'll just be nice to get a touch against Tottenham, but really, we'll be deadly serious. Games like this don't come around too often.